What's up YouTube, Dope is Yola here, hope you're having a dope day. Welcome back to Storytime. This is the Adventures of Yola channel. Please, if you can, on the comments, on the live chat, refrain from cussing, talking about smoking, nothing like that, nothing explicit, because this is a family-friendly channel. We are monetized on this channel. For those of you that just clicked on the video because you saw me, this is not the Dope is Yola channel. This is the Adventures of Yola channel. This is my second channel where everything except for the explicit parts happen. We still do story times on here, but I can refrain from cussing. Yes, my mom's my mom, but I can block out that part of my brain too. Because me and her cuss like sailors, we cuss up a storm, it's bad. But I'm trying my best. Last episode, I cussed one time only, all right? During the whole filming, so I'm getting better. With that being said, guys, do me a favor, since we are monetized, since we do get recommended, we are on the watch channel, leave a like on this video, it really helps me out. Hit the notification bell, hit all. If you hit personalize, I'll only do a few. Hit all, so every single time I post anything, it'll go straight to your phone. Also, hit the subscribe button. We just hit 225,000 subscribers. That is crazy. Thank you guys for supporting. Even though we barely used this channel up until recently, you guys still watch, you still support, so thank you. Today's story, I don't understand how I've never told it. I don't know how, guys. I've never told this on the Dope is Yola channel. I've never told on the podcast channel, nothing. So this story is the car crash. This lady almost killed me. She sucks. Whatever you want to call this story time, let's get into it. This story takes place 2014-ish, 2015. Me and Rosie just started Instagram. Oh, we didn't just start Instagram. We're early Instagram years. There's not even video on Instagram. I'm still taking pictures with candy, putting them with toys, all that stuff. So about a week prior to this incident I'm about to talk about, Rosie and I are driving. It's my Impala. I had like a 2007 Impala. I used to deliver pizza in it. When I first started dating Rosie, that's the car I had. So I'm driving in it. I look at her and I go, God, I hate this car now. I wish somebody would just smack into me and insurance would pay me out and you're not in the car and I don't get that hurt. I said all of these things. Be careful what you ask for. Manifestation is real. Things that you say out loud will come true, so don't talk about negative stuff. Don't think about horrible things. 1 week later after I talked about that, my sister Shireen is at my house, we're hanging out, Rosie's there, and I go, Rosie, I have to go drop off these sacks of candy. Remember what channel we're on. I'm gonna go sell these candy like Willy Wonka. So I have like 15 bags of candy individually wrapped. I got a bunch of money in my car. When I do drops of candy, I just throw the money in the pile, I count it, throw it in there, count it, then at the end, I take it all out, put it in my backpack, go in my house. It's what I used to do, okay? So I tell Rosie and my sister, I'll be back in 30 minutes, I'm gonna go drop these candy sacks off and I'll be back. Leave my house, 1, 2, 3 blocks from my house. And they always say accidents happen the most when you're within a mile of your house. Very true. You guys ready? I'm in the Impala. Remember, center console full of candy. I mean, a lot of candy, sacked up, ready to go. Glove compartment, same thing. Money, all stashed in my glove compartment. I'm good. I'm at a stoplight. Just like a normal human American, I'm at a stoplight, just waiting for my turn. I'm about to turn 26th Street, I believe, at that light, onto G to go toward the high school. So you guys know where I'm at. I'm going away from the ghetto. I'm going left toward the nice side of town. I'm waiting. There's one car in front of me. I'm just sitting there. I look in my rearview mirror. Nothing. Look over, nothing. Next thing I know, guys, I've never been in a car accident like that before. I've been in a little fender bender before. I've never felt this. All I remember is the hardest, loudest noise hits my car and then just black. I heard the noise, black, and then I heard people yelling. And I was like, I thought I was in my car. Where am I? I open my eyes, I'm like, someone hit me? I didn't know what happened. My foot is stuck on the brake. I didn't know what happened, guys. I open my eyes, I look, I'm like, ah! And my neck and shoulder, I'm like, oh my God. And my whole chest just started like fire pumping, like pulsating, like, I started like squeezing my hand. I'm like, did someone hit me? And I look, and my entire dash of the car, of my vehicle that's put together with bolts, the whole dash is on the floor against my leg, and it's on the floor of my passenger side, but since my leg's right here, it's on my leg. This person hit me so violently hard, my dash crashed onto the ground. So when I open my eyes, my foot's on the brake, I'm against a car that's in front of me. I'm doing this, I'm like touching my arm. I haven't even looked, I looked around just like, my dash is broken. oh, my car's done. That's all I kept thinking, like, oh, my car's done. I'm like trying not to move because my back and my neck right here hurts. I'm like, ah. And I just do this. I try to put it in park and it just going, it's like grinding. I don't know what that was, but it was like that. Like it was hard to put into park. I put it into park so I could let my foot off the gas, and I just lay back. And I just lay back. I'm like, oh my God, my arm, my back. And I'm just sitting there and I just do this. Remember movie days. I'm dazed, like when people just get out of the water. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt, like, what? So this is like all within 5 seconds. Remember that. I look, throw it in park, I'm go, ah, all this happens. I just tell stories heavy. So it's all 5 seconds. I look up and there's a lady like this at my window. She's looking at me. She's like a 35, 40-year-old black chick, like 2 puffs, like her hair's done in like 2 puffs. I remember what she looks like. She has 2 little like puff balls, like Princess Leia style. You know, I was like, oh, your hair's tight. It's the first thing I thought. I look at her and she's like, are you all right? She's in full scrubs, nurse. She's in full scrubs. I look at her and I'm like, I think, and as soon as I'm about to say, I'm okay, I think I'm okay. She's looking at me, she does this. And backs up with her hands up. And the first thing I think of, like, oh my God, my teeth, my face, what? The way she looked at me like, what did I do? Oh my God, oh my God. The first thing I think of is like, oh no, how bad is it? Because I just feel pain in my arm. I haven't looked in the mirror, I just look at the dash. I don't know if I see blood. Like, I've never been in a car accident like this. I look at her and I'm like that. I start touching my face because the way she's looking at me, she just backs up and goes back to her car. She's the one that hit me. I look back like this, her green like Ford Escort, like the older crappy cars, the front end is crushed. She hit me, she never even slid on the brakes, man. She hit me full force, didn't even stop. She must have been looking down and she hit me full force, sent me flying into the car in front of me, knocked me out. She's doing this, goes back to her car and I'm like, oh my God, my face, no. Remember, my car's just like, here's the street, my car's like this. She cracked me and I smacked the car. I'm just blocking traffic. So I see her do that, I'm like, oh my God, no. I just back the car up to the side and I just like back it up because I'm like, dude, let me get out of the way. The ambulance is coming, it's my face, what's wrong with my face? Like I'm like in a weird daze panic, so I'm not like, rearview mirror. I'm not doing that, I'm still hurting. So I'm like, and I put it in reverse and I just move it to the side a little bit and I'm thinking that's what she went to go do, move her car. And I look in my side mirror, she's turning around, bro. She was turning around to leave me there. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought she was backing up. She did this, boop, boop, and then took off. I'm like hurt. I'm like hurt emotionally, like you're a nurse. Did you see my face and I'm that hurt you left me? I was more like, how could you do that to a person? You hit me and left me there? You're a nurse. This is why she looked at me like that. As I park and I see her take off, I'm like, are you kidding me? You're leaving? She does this, doesn't even look at me, drives away. I look in the rearview to look at my face, I'm like, I'm good. What's wrong? I look sideways, I didn't look down, like next to me the whole time. Remember when I said I had a bunch of sacked up candy? My center dash is exploded, like the top part is This lady hit me hard. There are so many sacks of candy all over my lap, like all over my passenger seat, all over the floor. There's money all over my car. So when she walks up, she cracks this dude, goes to help, goes, I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna leave. So now I understand why she left. She thought I was some crazy like candy dealer that I was gonna shoot her or something. Like, no, I was just hurt, lady, because you hit me. So now I understand why she left, but I think mainly she was just fleeing the scene. You know what I mean? Anyway, I get out of the car. As soon as I gather up all my candy, I'm like, oh my God, no. Because there's a bunch of people coming out of their houses. I'm in a residential area. They're all coming out like, you okay? Are you all right? Like, we're calling the like, I can see this happening. Everybody's checking on the lady in front of me because I smacked somebody. I'm like, oh, putting everything back in the center console. I'm trying to like close it because it's broken. I'm like, oh God. I text Rosie, come get me. I'm on this street. And she's like, are you kidding me? I go, Rosie, I just got in a car accident. And she's there, and 8 seconds later, and I just hand her everything that in my center console. I'm like, here, put it in your car. So as soon as I called, the lady left, right? When I was getting out, there was another old vigilante lady. Shout out to you, Carol. Probably her name, all right? Shout out to Carol. She looks at me and goes, oh, she's not getting away with this. She hopped in her Trailblazer. And guys, if you know 26th Street by G Street, you know there's that school right there and there's those dips. When I saw the lady taking off in her car, the green car that hit me, she was hitting dips like a movie. She did not stop. She would have hit a kid and kept going. That's the kind of person that she was acting like I was gonna kill her. Like that's how she was acting. This older white Carol lady, oh no. She gets in her car, oh, get her. And she took off after the lady. She chased, I mean, she was 6 blocks away. You could see her, gone. But this lady was not gonna give up. She gunned it. Took off and was hitting the jumps, hitting the dips just like her. And I kept thinking, I hope she catches her because that lady is so cool. Never caught her. I remember what her face looks like. I remember the first couple letters of the license plate and I remember exactly what color paint it was. For the next 2 years, I'm doing this. That's her. Oh, that's you. That's you. Like I saw another lady in scrubs in that car, different color, but I remember looking at it like, I'm just gonna start kicking your windows. I was mad. How's a nurse gonna leave me on the side of the road like that? So there I am, sitting on the curb with my whole shoulder hurting, Rosie and Shireen standing there like, I can't believe this. I'm looking at my car, the front bumper's crushed because I hit somebody in front of me. My back end's crushed to my back seat. Like it's bad, bro. She ruined my car. So there's me, a little, still kind of broke at this time and just thinking, how do I get another car? What am I gonna do? Call my insurance, dude. I'm stressing. They're like, we're gonna give you $2,500. I'm like, I paid $10K 2 years ago. I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do? I don't ask people for money. I don't ask my parents. Like, that doesn't work that way. I don't do that. I gotta figure this out. So there we are, I'm stressing. It's 2 weeks later, guys. I'm stressing out. We're at Sizzler with Rosie's whole family. I get a call from the insurance like, we're gonna give you $8K. I'm like, ah! So there I am in Sizzler like, yes, I'm gonna get another car. Cause you know, back then, $8K is a car. I need a car. Like me and Rosie we're young. Push Trees is just about to start. Like we're not doing good financially, we're trying. And soon after that, I was done selling candy because the Instagram stuff went so crazy. So remember guys, this is a broke stage in my life. So every 10 seconds, I'm like, I don't have a car, I don't have a car. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I was not even 25 yet. I had to go rent a car and get taxed for the 25 and under fee. It wasn't good, man. I was stressing out, got the money, and that is how we got the Monte Carlo. Yes, the Monte Carlo that you guys see from all the early Instagram, that happened. Shout out to you, nurse, because that nurse hit and ran on me, guys. And the fact that she hit and ran, the insurance gave me my full payout because there was nobody else to, do you see what I'm saying? Like the first time in life, the insurance really worked with me. Like I know we said 25, but you know, there is no other person. You were hit and run. You've been a long time customer with our insurance. I'm like, dude, I'm 23, a long time, okay. In my head, I'm like, okay, thanks. 8K, I go, oh. So I remember it changed everything. I called my cousin William, like, yo, what car should I get? He found the Monte Carlo, went and got that car for 6K. So in the end, I got the super dope Monte Carlo and 2 bands. But be careful what you wish for, because I had to go to freaking therapy for 2 years because I ripped my muscle on my whole shoulder. Everything got out of place, guys. So for like the next 2 years, I was like, ah! It was not worth it. It sucked, but I made the best of it, all right? But be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you say. 1 week later to the day, I got hurt, but not that hurt. Rosie wasn't with me, and we got a new car. So please be careful. So yeah, guys, that's how we got the Monte Carlo. That's how all those early Instagram videos with the car, all that stemmed from this lady hitting me. And the reason I never talked about that story, I think, is because I don't have car crash stories. Ooh. I don't have car crash stories, so that's the only one. And like I said, the Dope Yola channel, I like to curate those like 2 or 3 stories at a time. But now that I see it, it's like, dude, why don't I just do a bunch of story times? Posting 3 times, 4 times a week, nothing's wrong with that. I used to put so much effort, 1 video, get it off, 1 week later, and then YouTube restricts it. Age restricts it, blocks it in countries. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'll still do Dope Yola stuff, but let me put a lot of effort into the Adventures channel because at least people get to see it. So that has been the car crash story time, how I got a new car. Insurance worked for me. That lady sucks. Shout out to Carol. Whatever you want to call it, guys, this has been another installment of Story Time. Before you get out of here, please do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a homie. There are so many more story times coming. This is the Adventures of Yola channel. There are no age restricted videos. We don't cuss, we don't talk about about candy. So they will be non-age restricted. They're gonna be recommended. They will be in your notification box. So get ready, guys. This is the Adventures of Yola channel. Many more story times coming. This has been the car crash episode. Until next time, guys, I'm Dope as Yola. Have a dope day.